Welcome back everybody to your coverage of the UK Dota Fraggin Rides tournament. I'm Rabbit. I'm here with Vamp. How you doing, Vamp?
Hello.
Did you
I'm
have some
good.
good food?
Glad to be back. Yeah, it was nice. Glad to be back. Get some finals on the go.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it. So this is the semi-finals. It's between That's What You Get versus Hunt Portal. Both teams won their groups pretty convincingly with three wins each. So we're looking forward to a good semi-final here. Let's see who advances forward.
Yeah, these two teams seem to be the ones that seem to be contesting who's going to win it. So this should give us a heads up on who's going to do well in the final. Hopefully we can see some different strats coming out.
Yeah, fully agree. That's What You Get. Kind of the favourites. They are the reigning champions from the last tournament we did. But Hunt Portal as well, they've had some good play so far. They're not actually using the standing from Fnatic this time. They have got Rybex back. And we're going to see what strategies they run.
Yeah, they're also using Haz instead of Thunderdime. Improvement.
Yep. Haz returns from the first game. So we're going to see Jakiro banned out from That's What You Get, as well as Batrider. And Darkseer has been banned out by Hunt Portal.
Exactly the same bans as we saw before from That's What You Get in the first game.
And the Temper Assassin banned out by Hunt Portal. But that's what you get. They ran this for the first two games in the tournament. They're going to run the Undying. And it would surprise me right now if they got Venomancer as well as the Rubik. Meanwhile, Portal, they got themselves Invoker as well as tied. There's the Rubik. And there's the Venomancer.
Must be a mind reader. Must have been a bit predictable there. For the first two games, exactly the same pickups. Undying, Rubik, and Venomancer are going to go with the aggressive tri-lane.
They actually forced out a 5-minute GG in their second game. Or 8 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. And this lane just seems to dominate. They're going to challenge the tri-lane once again like they did in the first game we saw today. And try and pull off the same amount of things. But what we actually saw in the first game was a little bit of overextension from them at some points. So maybe they're against a better team this time in the form of Port. Maybe Port can capitalise on that a little bit better. But they have picked up the tide hunter for themselves, Port, so they're going to probably run out of Danny D on the offlane once again.
Yep, Danny did well in the oh, pardon me. Danny did well in the second game, running that Tide Hunter on the offlane. He got some good farm and good XP, and was able to really counter the other team with the Ravage whenever they tried to initiate onto Port.
Very much so. And Misfit Love, he played an absolutely astonishing Invoker in that game we watched as well, and he's going to be able to play it again. And then they're going to pick up Lestrak as their final pick in the first stage.
Exactly the same picks as before, so nothing new here, which is a bit disappointing. Exactly the same pickups from both teams, as we've seen already this tournament. But if they're both comfortable with it, then that's what they're going to keep with. And with them both winning all games in their groups, why not keep going with what's working for you?
It will be interesting to see how these two teams go up against each other. They're running the same strats, but they are against it. Both of them are against better teams, of course. And we're going to see how it works out. So Faceless Void has been banned out from That's What You Get, and that's followed up by the Bounty Hunter from Portal.
Yeah, pretty standard bans again.
And they're going to go ahead and ban the Naga Siren, and That's What You Get. And what are you expecting to see from the mid lane for That's What You Get versus the Invoker from Misfit? Actually, they're going to ban out the Shadow Demon as well as the Night Stalker's getting banned out from Port.
I think again, Bustin's scared of that SD and Leshrac combo.
It is quite an effective combo. Although we did see earlier as well a CK Lestrak as well as what was in the end, Sand King combination.
Yeah.
And that got shut down pretty easily.
Yeah, again the anti-mage ban against Bustin.
Yeah, pretty much a respect ban there. And there's a Tinker pickups. This is exactly the same lineup, but that's what you get a run in. It wouldn't surprise me if we see a final pick of Queen of Pain for Jack to play.
Yeah, well, Jack did really well on that Queen of Pain. I wasn't surprised with that at all. Should be quite comfortable if he goes against the Tide Hunter. But Hunt Port will take here.
Did you actually catch any of the third game which I casted?
No, I wasn't here at all for that.
They had Jack playing a Sven who pretty much farmed the entire game, and he picked up a double damage rune, and then just they fought top, and he got a crit off, which was 1700, and this was like 22 minutes into the game, and the GG call was shortly after that.
I'm really liking Sven after the recent patch. He's got a range stone, he's got his movement buff, and he just does a lot of damage once he pops that ultimate.
And there's CK, so it was a good idea to ban out the Shadow Demon in the end, because they are looking for that aggressive combo. So it will be Lestrak and CK paired up, almost for certain.
Pair's very popular with the setup stun, and then it's almost a guaranteed Leshrac stun. So a lot
Yeah.
of damage coming out there. I'm liking this Hon at the moment, but then again, that's what you get. Team are not weak at all.
I mean, come on, where's that Queen of Pain? I'm waiting for it.
Yep, I think they will be very comfortable to pick that up. 7 seconds left.
There it
There it
is.
is.
Exactly the same team we saw in the first game, for that's what you get. But Hon Portal are mixing up a little bit. They don't have the Fnatic standing playing Pudge anymore. So I'm wondering what the final pickup's going to be. Still need somebody for the secondary support, or even a jungler. Could go with the Enigma here, but I don't know how good that would be against that's what he gets lineup.
Yeah, I think if they do try and pick up a strong jungle here, it will really help them. So Enigma, I think, would be a great pickup for them.
And I would suggest Nature's Prophet as well, but the games we've seen today, Nature's Prophet just hasn't worked out for any of the teams. The pushes are just coming too thick and fast, and there's not enough time for Furion to get his items up.
Yeah, both the games that I've casted so far in this tournament, they picked up Fiore, and he just hasn't had time. He's managed to get his Midas, but just hasn't had any time to get the items. The other teams just managed to push through and finish the game before he can get any items up.
But they do need something to control this Tinker. Tinker does have a small health pool though, so if they manage to catch him out with CK and Leshrac, that would be a dead Tinker. They got 30 seconds of the reserve time, so they're really thinking about this final pick, and they need something impactful for their final support or jungler.
Taking their time, taking this pick. Got a lot of options though.
There are quite a few open, but
It even takes something else to go off lane.
ooh,
Oh, the Pudge.
the Pudge is back. So that's interesting. So are they going to run a 2-1-2 combo? Maybe.
No idea what they're gonna run. So Misfits takes that Invoker again, so it looks like the Misfit is taking mid. Nobody else is taking their heroes yet. Very interesting how they can run this.
CK's got to go with Leshrac. That's a given.
Yeah.
So where does the Titan to go? Does he go with a Pudge, or do they leave Pudge solo?
So they could put the Invoker solo, short lane, Pudge mid, and then aggressive tri lane, the Chaos Knight, Leshrac, and Tidehunter. But the thing is, the Undying is going to be an aggressive tri lane. I'm not sure what they're hoping to do here, whether they want to match the tri lanes, dodge the tri lanes.
And we're just waiting for Port to select their final heroes, and then we'll be getting ourselves into the game. And then we'll be very interested to see the lane matchups. So it's actually going to be Danny D playing the Leshrac, rather than the Tidehunter, which we saw earlier on. But we're going to jump ourselves into the game. I'm going to go over that's where he gets line up. We have Bustin once again playing on the Undying. We have Whelp, who's going to be playing on our Venomancer. Take Care of Business is going to be playing on the Rubik. Will be playing on the Tinker, and Jack on the Queen of Pain once again. So it's exactly the same people playing exactly the same heroes, and probably in exactly the same lanes, because the Undying is heading to top.
Yeah, and then we've got Hads taking the Pudge, which I guess is going to go mid, because I know Hads does play a mid role, but then again, Misfit Love is taking the Invoker, and he does play mid as well. And then we've got Danny D taking the Leshrac, and Ripex on the Tidehunter, and rounding up his 1-4-2 taking the Chaos Knight. I'm not sure how they're going to lane this at all, so it'll be very interesting to see when the game starts where they'll be heading.
Indeed, it's pretty much a given where that's where you're going to take this, but are they going to put the tri lane versus tri lane, or are they going to leave the Invoker solo? There's a lot of questions. Are they going to put him mid? Like, if the Invoker goes middle, there's nowhere for the Pudge to really go. Unless they do a 2-1-2 combo, which I honestly find to be quite unlikely at this point.
I think if they were going to match the tri lanes, I think that's where you have got the advantage with the Venomancer and the Undying. The Undying's just so strong at the moment in a tri lane. There's Decay, but then again, so is Chaos Knight and the Shrek combo. So it looks like Busting and the tri lane are heading top lane, which is exactly how they laned it before, and then Will taking that mid on the Tinker.
And Hads is running the middle lane on Pudge, so it looks like we're going to have Invoker on the short lane by Misfit, and it's going to be an aggressive tri lane. But they're only going to find Jack on his Queen of Pain, and are they going to be able to catch him out? It's a key question here.
Well, the thing is that with the change to Chaos Bolt, it's now more easy for Jack to dodge it with his blink. But if he can land that Chaos Bolt and follow up with a Leshrac stun, then they should be able to take him down.
It should be indeed. But we are getting a little bit of latency issues for Misfit here, so we're going to go ahead and have another pause. So he's going to be Tridentron support. He does have Sentry Wards as well as the Dust. So it's obviously going to be the CK farming. 1.2k ping. Nice. So yeah, Hads has gone for the bottle rush build as well. And he should have a pretty easy time against Tinker. Tinker really can't harass him down until he'll have enough money for that bottle. So he should be fine. And Vamp's got an ice cream ban here. It's okay, Vamp, like...
Yeah,
I've
I'm
got
just unmuting myself again. He might play his tune again, but it comes every night. It's really quite annoying. Plays his, I don't know what you call it, like a tune that comes out his ice cream van. It's really quite annoying and quite loud. It's right outside my window.
You have ice cream vans come at 8:30 in winter. What the hell?
I'm in Liverpool and you don't know what he's selling.
Fair enough, man. But yeah, I'm very interested to see how this goes. And also, I've got fireworks like constantly outside, so
I wish I could see some fireworks.
they're pretty nice. Yep. So Misfit reconnects. Bustin says his team are ready. We're just gonna wait to see if he still has some ping issues. But yeah, so how do you think Misfit's actually going to do in his solo lane against this really aggressive tri lane with Undying?
I think he just has to not die. If he just avoids dying and just tries to pick up XP where he can, I think he may have to go the Specs build just for the more survivability with the tornado, with the tornado and the Ghost Walk. That will help him a lot. But I'm not sure exactly how he should play it. I've never really seen a Invoker have to go up against a tri lane, but will be very interesting to see what he does.
I only ever see it when the tri lanes actually clash against each other when Invoker goes, but I've never seen it against an actual tri lane myself. But again, the wards are in exactly the same spot for that's what you get. It's pretty much a mirror game from their previous one. And they're looking for these really aggressive wards. They want to find out who's coming down this lane and want to find out if they can kill them. And Invoker's yet to scale anything up, so he's got to question whether he's going to be against a tri lane or not.
So now Port see that Queen of Pain going bot from this ward by the bottom lane, so they know that the tri lane's going to be at the top. They know what's coming at them.
And again, the aggressive wards are coming out from Port as well. They have the one in the bottom lane, watching for when Queen of Pain goes behind the tower. And we're just going to keep an eye on how these matchups go. And how his Had's going to do.
The action is more likely to go up top from that tri lane, but then again, if they can land like Chaos bot as they sell on the Queen of Pain, should be some action at bot as well.
Still nothing skilled. They want to go aggressive immediately, that's what you get. They want to get this Invoker and just kill him outright. And Bustin, when they hit level 2 as well, it's just such easy push for them. Because Bustin gets that tombstone up and there's nothing he can do.
I think this will be a very close matchup between Will and Hads in the mid lane. Both very competent mid players.
Lane's pushing to Hads' tower though, so he's going to get a slight advantage now. And he bottomed the strat with a DD rune, just trying to push the Queen of Pain out, but she's already level 2. I expected to see the 2 points in Shadow Strike for that extra harassment, but now they're going behind the tower, taking care of business. He's actually putting the creep wave down.
It's very interesting there.
Yeah, putting it for himself.
Maybe they're thinking about trying to dive on the Invoker while the creep wave's there to see how they play it, or they're just trying to take the XP. Quite an interesting thing actually there. So actually putting for the Invoker just to maybe harass him with the creep wave a bit.
And I love what Invoker's done here. He actually got Invoker level 3 and he put a point in Quast and a point in Wex, and he's just invoked himself Ghost Walk. He knows exactly what's going to happen and he's ready for it.
Yep.
There is sentry wards though. There are sentry wards on Whelp available though, so if he does Ghost Walk, it shouldn't be too much of a problem for him to get a kill. And this is what they're doing. They're pulling the creep wave just so that Misfit takes the extra harassment. Decay, there's the Ghost Walk immediately. Tombstone goes up and they're not going to place the sentry. Well, Whelp is walking in.
I think, yeah, they're going to place the sentry. Oh,
this will be first blood.
Yeah. Very difficult. What can he do there? So strong in this tri lane.
It's actually very clever what the supports of that's what you get with doing. They pulled the creep wave down just so they Invoker took that extra harassment range from damage from the creep. Yeah, those words.
Yeah, so the creeps were attacking the Invoker, but got him to about half health, and then simple decay and Gale, and that was enough once to drop the sentry for the auto attacks to just finish him off.
And now Pudge is getting his early rune control. Tinker doesn't actually have a bottle yet, so he's not too bothered about this, but Pudge picks himself up an illusion rune.
I almost feel that this tri-lane and bot from Port needs to kind of even it up and get a kill on this Queen of Pain. Ripix is looking, ping's going out on him, Gush goes out, but it's not the hero you want to be initiating with the Gush.
It's so much harder to kill a Queen of Pain than it is to kill an Invoker as well.
It.
And now they're just able to push this top tower. It's down to half health already, and there's the fortify.
Yep, Busting pulling again. Well, take good care. Gonna take it.
Misfit's just heading over to the easy camp. Might try and get himself some farm now.
Very strong what this top lane is doing. They're gonna get a quick tower by the looks of things.
Yeah, it's gonna be very easy, especially with that creep wave now pulled by Invoker. Oh, he pulled to one creep and he didn't actually manage to get it. That's unfortunate.
It looks like this top tower's gonna go down.
Yep, lasted by the siege creep.
That Pult gets it, yeah.
And some more decay coming in from Bustin, so Bustin's getting levels. Invoker's actually level 4 at the moment, but no, Rasmus's just so much stronger from Bustin than Invoker can handle at this point. And again, Jack's just pulling his own creep wave, so there's not much action going on in the bottom. Port can't really do anything against Queen of Pain. She just have that 1 point in blink and she's just able to keep herself safe.
I feel that maybe the Venomancer should be roaming mid now to try and support Tinker, because it's pretty even at mid, and if Venomancer come down and get a gank on the Pudge, it'll be really nice for that's what you get.
Did it well. The pings actually go down on Invoker here from Venomancer, so they know roughly where he is. Did actually manage to get a little sight of him there. But they're just going to carry on farming this top lane. And I do agree, Venomancer should rotate now. They want to give Undying some more experience as well as Rubik. Venomancer just needs to have that Gale available. And Pudge has a haste rune as well, so if they do try and gank the Pudge at this point, it'd be pretty hard to kill him.
It's also difficult for this Port tri-lane to push into the tower.
Invoker, he's got lifted up. Decay as well, and the Venomancer's Gale. Tombstone comes up and that'll be another easy pick up. He does invoke himself, Ghost Walk, but no time to actually activate it. And that's 2 kills for this top lane. Venomancer picking that one up.
So that's what you get. Really liking this tri-lane. It's worked for them in every game so far, and it's doing a lot of damage against anyone that it comes up against.
CK is found Queen of Pain. She's duking him around now. I'm expecting a blink in a sec. 1 second stun, not enough. Rubik's actually TP down as well. And that will be a pick up for Rubik.
Not what Port wanted. This is very dangerous for them now.
And there's that noise again.
Pick on the tide, don't
That strange noise. I don't get it. It wasn't Invoker. But Queen of Pain gets another pick up. And Bustin actually gets caught by the Pudge. He gets ulted and rotted down. So a nice counter from Port there. But it's his 4-1 going the way of that's what you get at the moment. And if you have a quick look at the gold and XP graphs, it's 2,000, 3,000 gold going the way of Radiant. XP nearly 750. So again, a nice little bit of an advantage.
Gold difference from that tower so far. That's keeping. That's what you get in front. The XP is not that big of a deal.
Oh.
Misfits being left at top.
Pudge with a haste rune. He's able to just write him down, but he's taking so much damage from a tower here, and he overcommits a little bit. Tinker able to just tank it up.
Undying gets taken down at bot, but it looks like Chaos Knight's going to get taken down as well. He's going to manage to get away. Gush comes out, Titan, but the blink and the scream from Jack is just too much. Oh, he doesn't even use the scream actually, just the auto attack. That's enough to finish him off.
Seriously, what the fuck is that noise? It's happening when the Radiant guy kills us this time. Like,
no idea what that noise is.
It must be a bug with the new patch. So strange.
So this tri-lane just rotated bot to support Jack and just push the tower. The early tower kills are so important. Which gives us such a gold difference and momentum to the Radiant team.
Pudge has rotated down. He's got a hook available and he wants to find one. TP's just going to come out from Rubik though. And he wants to try and catch the Undying out of position. He's going to go for bust in. 1 second stun. It's not going to be enough to take him down. Gush coming onto him. In fact, he might be. Pudge actually using the ultimate onto Jack here. And the Shrek stun as well is going to follow it up. And that's going to be the death of Queen of Pain. And then they're going to try and get Bustin.
Yeah.
The zombies though. Bustin staying alive. They have to focus the Tombstone down, but at the same time, Rybeck's taking so much damage. Another 1 second stun coming down from Bustin. Danny D actually missing the stun. And the Tidehunter goes down, and he just turns it round so easily. Decay giving so much health back to Bustin. And in a situation where it's 3v1 against him, he picks up 2 kills.
Just unbelievable how strong Undying seems to be, just so sustainable. And even with the hook landing and the reality rift, it still just manages to tank all the damage and get it out.
It's pretty crazy. Didn't even have to use his ultimate for it as well.
Pick up on Chaos Knight at the bottom. Venommaster doesn't have a Gale. Just put in some harass. I don't think they're going to get the kill.
Nope, nice push hook. Gonna keep him safe. Buster
Enables them
wasn't
to
ready.
keep pushing this bottom tower.
And they should be able to get it. It's on half health. There are 3 heroes here though. Pudge is ready as his
Meanwhile,
right
Jack
backs.
just farms the top lane, getting all the gold and XP.
And he's level 8 on that Queen of Pain now. He's got his treads complete as well. And Pudge really wants a hook. There's 4 heroes for the Dire now. Misfit's level 7 as well, so he has 2 spells. And that was an easy hook for Pudge, and he just picks up the kill on Undying. Tornado actually missing on both heroes there.
Nice Gale there.
Venommancer gets cold snapped, but they're not going to be able to keep up with him simply because of that Gale. And Tinker is in this. They're going to be able to pick up the Pudge if he's not careful. He's going to try and rot down the Rubik, and he does. And now, Will's got to run. Does have that idiot doing a lot of damage. Manages to bottle up Jack.
The Queen of Pain should be able to get a triple kill here. Oh,
Was about to scream,
snap,
but it was
and a
cancelled.
stun from Danny there. And here comes this Chaos Knight, only a 1 second stun there, and it manages to get away. A 2 second stun would have done it.
Jack actually manages to get the ulti off.
Attack.
He does. So it's Whelp versus 142.
To get the Chaos Bolt off. Oh. Will comes back
Rockets.
in with the rockets to pick him off.
Just in time. It's decent exchange in the bottom lane. That was actually a 3 for 2. 3 for 3 even. Oh, hook on a creep. Yeah, a lot of heroes going in the bottom lane, but now this is going to be the push on the tier 1 tower in bottom. And this is an easy pick off, and they're actually looking to find the Pudge if he comes any closer. And the Tombstone there just stank up the creep wave. And Pudge's at the side now. He wants a hook on Rubik, but it's going to be very difficult this one. Don't think he's in range for it. He's not. No. Very smart play from That's What You Get. Hugging the right hand side. Keep knowing that the Pudge is nearby. Meanwhile, Rypex is in the middle lane now. He's trying to get levels up. He wants that Ravage. He's very close. And Pudge just keeps going for these hooks, but he's not latching any of them. As far as the gold graph goes right now, it's 7,500 in the way. That's what you get. And the
Right,
XP
look at the gold per
3,000.
minute. Look at the gold per minute. All of the Radiant team have more than gold per minute than any of the Dire team. Gold is really pushed over into the Radiant favour.
Even the hard supports are out farming. It's pretty mental how well they're doing in this game.
It's just the early towers. It's so strong to be able to have a tri-lane that can just push towers. And even though they have less strike on the port side, they haven't had even an opportunity to try and push a tower.
Yeah, they did have a small window in the bottom lane, but they're just fortified.
Oh, it's a nice hook on
Nice
Tinker.
hook.
Pick one to Chaos Knight though. And they do get the Tinker down, but here comes the Undying. So strong.
The Nova
Just
coming down from
beating into
Venomancer
hands.
as well. It's going to help. And the
There
slow
he
coming
is.
down from Undying's ulti. Now will be a deny coming out from Hads. Manages to write himself to death. Tornado
Comes in
coming
there,
in.
but what can he do? Busting is just too strong. Look how much strength he's stacked up.
It's got 60 strength at this point. It's so crazy. That's only level 3 as well. Tidal
Pick up
gets
on Tide
lifted.
Hunter, but doesn't go anywhere.
And it looks like Misfit's looking for some collateral. They are going to actually find the Rubik here. And that's an easy kill. Rubik coming back in and being out of position. And then TP's coming in from Danny D. They want to get some cannon push going. There's 4 heroes rotated and they're investing a lot for this.
As Will TP's top to put pressure on this top tower. Very difficult for Port. They've got no one that can really counter the Tinker. They haven't got a profit. So Hads has to TP up, but what can he do against his Martial Machines?
Not a lot. Especially
Having
being
to
melee.
watch.
He's having to watch his entire creep wave die when he can't even farm it up himself. But now Port are farming in the bottom lane. And they are pushing with 3 heroes. But that's what you get ready for this. The Tinker returns bottom. And it's going to be all 5 heroes for That's What You Get here. And if Port do continue to push this, this could end up being a really bad situation for them.
Yeah,
Yep.
they haven't even got a Leshrac, so I'm not sure why they're thinking of pushing this far, but the Leshrac is running down. Maybe they are waiting for that, but the rockets fly out, hit the Invoker. Rubik's
Port
going
now to
out with the
back off.
face boots, picks it up, getting around to Gale. The Gale mitt? No, the Gale hit. And
Gal
there
actually
it goes.
hit, yeah. Dust as
Queen
well,
of
so...
Pain.
Yeah, that'll be
Oh,
enough.
and the Ravage though, the Ravage is nice, but So much damage coming out, and look, the Undying has taken no damage in that whole encounter. 4 heroes dead.
4 heroes for nothing. Ravage just wasn't enough for them. It's if you look at the goal per minute again, it's just so much farm coming out for the Radiant, especially from those towers that and the levels as well. Queen of Pain up to level 11 now, only 13 minutes into the game. Looking very big, and 6 kills, 7 assists on Jack.
Looking very worrying now for Port. I'm not sure what they can do. This Undying is looking so strong. I think they just have to try and turtle it. They can't defend this bottom tower. That's going to go down. And I have the feeling that Will's just going to TP to the top and push that tower as well.
That was a very close hook from Pudge there. Had's very nearly got him. It was so close. But now, that's what you get. They're just going to try and rotate to middle or top. Rotate tier 2, unless they're going to go for this Roshan, but it's unlikely they've got the damage at this point to take him out. So instead they are just going to rotate to middle lane where Tinker already is. And here come the Venomancer towards to start that push. Meanwhile, CK still trying to get some farm up in the bottom. He's only got a bracer and boots at this point. It's really struggling.
Very interesting, actually, that the Invoker's gone for Tranquil boots. I don't think I've seen that many times before.
I honestly don't think I've ever seen that.
Wants that mobility and hasn't got enough gold, so
nice
having to
hook.
settle for it. And the EMP on top. That's the easy pickup on the Rubik. Exactly what they wanted, but here comes Bustin. They're going to have to blow
snapped.
a lot to try and kill him.
And there's the ultimate. He should just be able to walk away from this one. He did take a lot of damage there though, and he's going to regen it up from this ultimate, but it's going to be so hard for them to kill him. They have to get a perfect hook onto him and just disable the hell out of him, or else he's going to be able to decay himself back up.
Tombstone just beats down the creep wave while the Venomancer wards just keep attacking that tower, just putting more pressure, more pressure.
It's so easy for him to do this. CK's getting some farming bottom now. Manages to pick up his power treads, but Jack's already making a rotation, and he's got his Aghanim's completed 1,000 gold, so he's going to want to farm that up. And he'll
Once he
definitely
gets that Aghanim as that Leshrac, 600 health, he's not even going to be able to do anything in a fight. As soon as that ultimate hits him, it's over for him. So difficult.
Very much the same with the Invoker as well, only 850 health on him. It's going to be a lot of damage taken from that Aghanim Scepter. And the rotation's coming up. Bustin's looking for some initiation. They actually have the high ground advantage here, but there is a ward watching them. And
they know there's a ward there. D-ward it very well.
Oh, hook!
Big hook.
Nice by Hat.
Lifted up though, and the EMP goes off. A lot of damage going out.
That's another coming out from up.
Gets ultimate, but look, just taking no damage at all. And hits the Ravage hits him.
Oh.
Able to sustain it all.
And the zombies actually killed off Pudge. And then the fight's still going on all across the map. Jack's actually chasing 142.
Well.
And the Shrap
Jack
dies
should be able
too.
to take this kill, but backs off. I thought he could have taken that there. Or does he know he's going to die from Hello Strike?
He's not going to
Be
die.
close.
Stick charges and one more tick would have done it. But not enough. The stick charges keeping him alive.
So there we go, just going to push the tower again now. Seems to be, that's what you get. Take the team fight, win the team fight, push the tower.
Pretty standard dodo. But they're doing it with this crazy Undying pick, which works so well for them. 120 damage nuke just coming out on Invoker, and that's maximum health loss for a short duration. Which is so big. In fact, duration's 40 seconds at this point. Level 40k is just absolutely ripping them apart. Pudge going for a hook again. Not finding anything. He's also got Tranquil boots. So they're looking to really get a movement up on the Dire team. Jesus.
Diatide. What do you think of Diatide?
What do you think of a Diatide? I really enjoy the items, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
I've spent a bit too much money on keys at this point.
Oh dear.
But I'm looking forward to my nice new courier that's going to be coming. Got 2 of them actually. I did manage to get a Shadow Egg, so that's pretty nice. Another decay coming out from Bustin.
Constant harass onto all of the Dire heroes. Bustin just keeping his strength charges up.
It's 40 seconds with 4 strength stolen. And that's a big deal. Ruby's got a haste rune. He wants to look for some initiation. He's actually going to lift up the Invoker now. Put him back.
In goes Bustin, pops the pipe. He's going to get hit by that EMP, but
that was a really nice pullback from Hads there. The moment he landed, he was just ready to pull him back. And Invoker did manage to drop the EMP in time. So that's busting his mana drain pretty heavily, but mana boots are there. I believe. How did he get his mana back that quick? Oh, he's got his own.
He had a wand and his own mana boots.
I was looking at the sports thinking, where are the mana boots? And he's got his own, of course. He's Undying. Hads. He's on the high ground. He wants to find a hook, but Heroes are nowhere near in range at this point. It's very unlikely that they're going to walk in that radius.
Oh, as he moves around, maybe. Hads knows that they've got to get pick-offs to be able to take team fights. They can't 5v5 them. They know that they're going to get beat with the pipe up.
And the Tombstone's there again just to push them off. And it should be a free tier 2 tower. They cannot fight 5v5. There's just too much advantage at this point.
But they need to take the team fight now. Need to try and pick someone off. Hads needs to try and land a hook. Try and make it a 4v5.
And Rubik actually steals hook himself. There's the EMP tornado combo. But it doesn't actually hit on anybody. Nice splitter from the Strack. And 142 takes so much damage from March. And
So
hook
difficult
actually
to
misses.
initiate on a team when they've constantly got a march down. And in goes the Queen of Pain. Misses the ultimate.
Yeah, the Sonic Wave a little bit off there. Rubik actually managed to get a hook off on the hero that she aimed for.
Oh,
and he was
Rubik
going to
gets
get hooked
hooked,
himself.
Okay, no follow up on the hook.
He tries his own in return, but doesn't manage to get one himself. And then Tigger coming back in again. They're going to want to try and push this tier 3 tower. Apparently they're all going to back off now. Just using the march to ward them off a bit.
Yeah, and the team is split up again. Jack goes bot, takes that farm, and Tinker goes top, taking that farm. So just constantly, Radiant team are taking fights or taking towers or just farming. Exactly what they should be doing. It's looking so strong for them.
And Jack does have that early Aghanim's done now. 530 damage coming out from that Sonic Wave. At this point.
So strong.
That's more HP than the Strack actually has, nearly. So much damage from it.
The ultimate and the scream is enough to take down that Leshrac.
Hook. They're checking the rush pit. Nobody there. Venomancer wards are preparing it though. So it looks like they're going to want to try and take this soon. Probably put that Aegis onto, in fact there you go, Venomancer starting it off. Just got to try and solo it with these wards. And after playing Diotide so much, it's so unusual to see the Roshan going down this quickly.
Yeah. So in goes Bustin, I think, to try and start taking the Srosh.
And it'll probably be an Aegis on Jack. Oh, nice blink, Jack. Right here.
They need to try and do something, Paul, else this game is going to finish as soon as they pick up the Aegis. They're just going to take the team fight, take the barracks. Danny D knows what's going on.
Sunstrike actually scared him out. Oh, nice hook there by the Rubik. And that's going to be a death.
Off.
So that's another free kill on Roshan. There's nothing they can do now. 4v5 situation. We've got to let it go. And what can Port do at this point?
Doesn't look good. They're just going to take the Aegis, then take the team fight. I'm not sure. Are they looking to try and get a hook? But nope.
Both teams just missing the hooks on each other.
So Port just surrender the Aegis. They know they can't even contest it with all the marches going on.
And that's going to be an extra life for Bustin, as if it wasn't hard enough to kill him already.
Really is not looking good with the Pirate Hunter going down. They're just going to capitalise, I think. Gale lands an Invoker, but he's just going to ghost walk away. Have they got any reveals? No, they haven't.
And this is a farm to support side. Venomancer actually has a Shadow Blade, and he's just purchased the gem. He's so rich at this point. If you have a look at the gold graph, it's nearly 20,000 in the way for that's what you get. And as far as the XP go, that's 10,000. It's going to be a massive uphill struggle now for Port to come back from this one. And it seems that this lineup, that's what you get like to draft. It just works so effectively. The execution is absolutely beautiful from them.
Yeah. Feel that they're so comfortable playing this. Not sure what Port can be able to do.
Hook. Actually lands on Bustin. He's going to get dismembered as well. Pops the ultimate and he will go down.
Get him down, but can they follow anything up?
Oh,
is
Ravage is going to come.
Ravage.
Bit early, but he does actually manage to hit on Bustin. And I believe the Ravage was actually stolen by Rubik. It was indeed. Rubik has Ravage available for this fight. And he's going to walk in. He's going to pop it. It's always a surprise when that happens.
This is not looking good.
CK goes down from the Fabot as well. Invoker actually not managing to get the kill on Rubik. And now he's going to go down from the missiles. Double kill. He actually gets hooked in by Hads as well. But he's going to force himself out. And that will be the death of him. And that's not a full team wipe. It's 4 heroes down. But it will be a tier 3 tower and probably Rax as well. Tide
Yeah,
Hunter's alive, but he's not going to be able to defend this on his own.
Tinker just boots and travels back to base, then he's just gonna rearm and then just come back in and take the tower.
Yep, and this will be the
Oh.
middle racks.
Yep. He knows they've already got the racks, so he just goes top to defend that tower.
I don't want to lose a single tower in this game. The Shrek is back up, but Bustin just slightly moves out the way of the stun. And that is the tower going down now.
But look, they're trying to pick off Bustin, 2 seconds stun, no follow up there. I still understand on Jack, but
melee racks.
they
Well,
gotta
Pit's
take
going to go
this
down for
Venom
this. Oh, he's got the Shadow Blade, of
Shadow
course.
Blade.
3 seconds stun on Bustin now. This should be a kill on him. Yeah, the Tornado, as well as the Dismember, and they finally managed to kill the Undying.
Venomancer. Is he going to get away? One auto attack goes out, magic one popped.
He's got Shadow Blade in 1
Venomancer's
second.
not looking good. He gets away with the Shadow Blade. Are they
So
going to guess the
sticky.
right way? Pings go out, but
Hads chasing Jack. 2 seconds stun coming out from 142. And there's the hook onto the neutral creep. So they're going to have to disengage in that one. They did find some collateral, but in the end it was all for the melee rack, so wasn't really worth it for Port's terms here. 24 minutes in, and they're 20 kills down as well as one melee racks. And 14,000 XP advantage, 2,500 gold.
yeah. 7 towers down for the Radiant team and no towers down yet for Dire. That gold difference is really what's crippling them.
Once again, the gold per minute. Everyone on the Radiant just has more gold per minute than Dire, including the Rubik, who's actually got 40 more gold per minute than the Invoker, who's the main farm hero for them.
Looking very worrying. Of course, now we've got super melee creeps.
As far as items go as well, we've got Undying with a pipe. He's building up towards that mechanism as well. Queen of Pain, actually, he's going for a Lincoln Sphere. Already has the Aghanim's complete. Rubik has himself an urn as well. So he's Arcanes and Phase Boots. What? Okay, so the Rubik the Rubik has both Phase Boots and Arcane Boots available. So he's running pretty quick. Tinker as well. He's on his way to Sheepstick. Already has the 4 staff as well as his Boots of Travel. And Venomancer, of course, the richest Venomancer you'll see at this point in any game. Shadow Blade as well as Gem. When we're looking in terms of port, there's only drums up on CK. There's nothing on the Pudge apart from a Staff of Wizardry, so he's going for the 4 staff. The Strax bare as anything, double bracer. Drums on Invoker. And that's about it. Magic ones on everyone else pretty much.
Support starts to get farmed from the towers. It's so nice in team fights. Everyone missing their stuns there, no engagement yet. Just the march of the machines push the Dire team back while Venomancer just damage, but the Tornado goes out, manages to catch it on Dying, gets the hook on him. Can they pick him up? Gets 4 staffed out. EMP goes off, a lot of damage. Queen of Pain goes in. Has got enough mana for the Sonic. Ripex has got him, but his team's not with him. He's going in a lot, and his team aren't there with him.
4 seconds stun up on Jack now, and 142 will be able to take that down. But there's so many machines coming in from the march, and that will be a full team wipe.
Teams that Ripex is panicking with his Ravages and just popping them way too early before his team are even there. They should have just picked off the Undying, whereas Ripex just jumped in, popped the Ravage on the rest of the Radiant team and got himself picked off. EMP goes out, but what can Invoker do here? The tower's definitely going to go down with this catapult. Bustin just tanking all the damage.
CK's back in. 3 seconds stun on a creep. I don't think that was intentional.
Rockets go out.
Invoker just doesn't have the life points to sustain this. He's getting quite a lot of regen coming in from those Shroudcore's boots, but Marching Machine's coming through again.
Bustin just drops the tombstone and runs away, just keep him back. Well, he's going in with a Shadow Blade, not sure what he's trying to achieve here.
He might actually get a kill on 142, but it will be at the expense of his own life if he does try it. In the end, he's going to just back off. He does have level 2 up on that Poison Nova, so maybe he's going to try Poison Nova Gale combo, just finish him off. Wouldn't have been enough though.
So just another tower for the Radiant team. Gold graph just gets even worse for the Dire team.
And we need to see that mechanism up on Undying now. He's only 450 gold away from that. And then Tinker, TP, sorry, 4 staff, Sheep, and Hads is just going to have to walk away from this one.
Going back in, looking for a hook, maybe a pick off.
And Tinker's just going to go back to base. So he has his Sheep Stick finished. And that's a big deal now. I don't really think that Paul can fight this anymore. If they go for another push, then it will probably be the GG. Hook missing. Rubik was there ready to steal that hook, and he takes it for himself.
The Pudge is trying to look for a pick up. It's very nice in an even game. If you're 5v5 and you've got a Pudge, you manage to hook one, you make it 4v5. Come to the side here to try and look for a hook, but I'm not sure what Port can put up as defense here. March the Machine's just destroying the creep wave.
And the only hero that can really kill at this point is the Venomancer. If with that Pudge hook, the Rubik's even got himself 1200 life points now, and Queen of Pain's up to nearly 2000 with that ultimate up, as well as the Aghanim Scepter. And of course, the Venomancer has Shadow Blades. So how the hell do you plan to kill him? And
Not looking good.
The range racks did actually go down in the middle lane as well. But now they're looking to go on this tier 3 tower. Rubik gets tornadoed, but no more follow up from that. Hook, and very close.
So Venomancer just keeping the split push going. I think Venomancer should rotate top here, or at least someone should go top. And the hook goes out onto Rubik, but the pickup comes on Pudge. EMP goes out, Boss is just running in, pops the ultimate, decaying everyone. Oh, look at that damage! It's just so much damage coming out from the Radiant team.
Danny D gets hooked. GG, well played, called by Misfit Love. So that's what you get. Advancing through to the, I don't know if it's the winner bracket finals or the actual finals, but I believe it's the winner bracket finals. We will find out though. So. And will teams start banning the Undying more? It's busting, just proving how strong this hero is. It's so difficult for them to do. So stay tuned, guys. We'll have at least one more game coming up tonight, I do believe, and we will let you know what that is very soon.